Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Yes, I'm going to teach you how to set the alarm clock on the OttLite. I get tons of emails all the time. How do you set the alarm clock on the OttLite? So I'm going to try to give you an explanation best I possibly can. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when a new video is up and ready. Okay guys, let's get to it. Hey guys, welcome back to your review channel, and this video is all about the OttLite. How to set the alarm clock. I get tons and tons of comments all the time. How do you set the alarm clock? How do you shut it off? How do you do this? How do you do that? So this video is just pretty much how to do that. So we're going to go with you step by step and how to do that. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I do appreciate it as always. So let's get back to the video. So how do you set the time? Set the time. We know how to set the time. We know how to set the temperature. I did all that. I went over that with all the videos. So you can take a look at that and the other videos that I have on my channel. So take a look at that and I'll show you how to do all that. But how do you set the alarm clock? So there's buttons on the back end. There's only a couple. So we have an S button for set and an M button for mode, I believe. So mode will change different modes. So mode means the time is a mode. Temperature is a mode, let's say the date is a mode. So those are the different modes within the clock itself, okay? But also the mode is also how to set the alarm clock. So we press on the M button here. So we have the M. Let's go back here, press on the M button. So what you see here, you see a little clock right here. So that little clock is basically telling you that is the alarm. So that's the alarm, okay? And then we want to hit the S button. So we went over where the M and the S button was, okay? So we hit the S button and there it changes the time, so you can go the up and down arrows in the bottom. You saw that, okay? There's the up and down arrows. Also, if you hit the M button, that sets it, okay? So let's do it again. So let's go back here. So when you go back, so if you hit the mode button, this is the time and this is the alarm. Again, hit the M button. This is the clock, that's the time. Hit the M button again, that's for the alarm. So you set the alarm. Okay guys, so let's just go over this one more time. I know it's really complicated, a little confusing, but this is really kind of simple once you understand it. So once you're in the alarm mode, you hit the up and down arrows and that activates either the sound and also the snooze, okay? So you can do the snooze or have the snooze off or have the alarm on. So make sure those two things are on if you want your alarm clock to go off, which is the music, and the Z is for the snooze, okay? So make sure those are on together. So that's all you have to do, okay? So then you hit the M button and you go back to the time. So the time, and don't think it's good. The confusion is that the time and then the alarm time. So that's where it gets confused. A traditional alarm clock, you kind of know where it is, but this one you don't. So you just have to make sure you toggle back on to that. You have the M button for the mode, and then you have the S button for set. That's what those stand for. So that's pretty much what you have to do. So you have to hit the M button to get to the alarm mode like I showed you. Then you hit the up and down arrows to make sure you have the clock activated for the sound and the snooze. And then you got to put the clock back into the clock mode, which you hit the M button again. I know it's crazy, but that's what you have to do. And that way you're all set to go. So now you have the alarm set with the snooze, or you can have no snooze at all and just the alarm to go off and to shut the alarm off. You know what? I don't know, maybe hit the M button. It's just crazy, but this is how you set the alarm. So I get tons and tons of emails all the time, always kind of comments. How do you set the alarm clock? How do you shut it off? How do you turn it on? But you have to get to this part first for it to even go off. Okay, so once you have this all set, make sure you have the hit the M button, get it back to that regular time, because the time and the alarm time are two different times, right? You want to wake up a certain time and you want to know the time. And you got to hit the M button to get at those modes. So that's how you do that, go back and forth toggle. So once you see the little clock there, hit the bottom arrows up and down, and that'll give you make sure it's on and activated. Then you can go through the actual setup time, the time to go off, the clock itself. And that's pretty self-explanatory. That's pretty easy as well. So you just set the time up and down. Just hit the M button when you're in you'll see that it'll start flashing. The 6 will flash and the all that. So let's continue. Clarification. So we hit the M button, takes you to the clock. The clock is the alarm is now in an alarm mode, but what time? So let's just make sure it's going to go off. So we'll hit the left and right on the bottom arrows up and down. Make sure those are on. So that's all set. So we can hit the M button again and say we want it to go off at let's hit the let's say 8. Hit the S button again. Okay, we're gonna set that. That's what the S stands for. And then we're gonna say 8:50, 8:53. Hit the S button for that. We're gonna set that. Those are all the different settings again for the different tones. We don't care about that. And that is all set to go off at 8:53 with the alarm going off with the snooze. So that's it. Okay, guys. So I hope I get some clarification. I know it's super confusing, but this is how you do it. Any questions, any comments, leave down below. Watch the video a few times. Play with the buttons yourself. You got to get familiar with it. And that's the only way to really know how it's going to work. And that's it. Okay, guys, so I appreciate your time as always. I hope it gives some clarification. I know it's a little complicated, but there's only a few buttons on the back here. Okay, so they have the S set, we have the M button, we have the up and the down buttons here. And this top button is just to do the dimming on the clock itself. That just sets the clock dim, shuts off the display, high, low, off. And that's what that's for. Okay, appreciate it as always. And I'll see you at the next review.